Hello and welcome to an all-pick version of 4FC, taking on Na'Vi. It is StarLadder StarSeries. It is a game number 7 of day number 24 of a total of 27 games. And the reason that we have this all-pick is that in the middle of the draft, well, first we had, of course, a remake for Dota TV to have it working for that one, but then we had a vanished player. Karoki actually vanished. We don't have Na'Vi with our full lineup anymore. We will have DK Phobos standing in as a veteran CAS player on the side of Na'Vi today. 4FC with their full lineup though, and of course I am not by myself. I am joined by Kanaz for this game. Welcome back.
Good to be back, and actually looks like we're going this time. That's also fantastic.
Yes. Even though I'm not sure if Dota TV is actually turned on. It might be bugged. There were some bugs with the latest patch, including us not able to get stats anymore, so we don't have a stats man because he couldn't be putting out any stats, which is kind of sad, but unfortunately we'll have to deal with it. We have got 4FC on the side of the Radiant, Curly playing his signature Lone Druid. He'll be going on the offlane, something that we don't normally see anymore, but he'll be trying to do that and trying to keep up with this farm to be able to have a big impact in the game. 4FC will also be having Boomski playing the Shadow Demon, Iconoclast or Matrim on the Lina, and it is Blumberg playing the Juggernaut. They'll be going towards the bottom lane, you'd think, but that's not true, because the bottom lane is reserved for Strangby, who is farming down his Morphling. We'll have a solo mid Juggernaut. Well, I say solo, but he might be supported. Boomski will already rotate. Let's see if Lina does that too. But that's everybody on 4FC. And of course they are up against Na'Vi, but I will leave my co-caster to introduce those guys.
Alright, for Na'Vi, we're gonna have Puppy. He's actually down the bottom lane on the Earthshaker. It looks like Ball of Toys, which is gonna be DK Phobos, playing the Darkseer, who's actually gonna be hanging out down there. Puppy actually sits down here on the Earthshaker. Mid lane gonna be Dendi on the Zeus.
Is under attack.
Top lane will be Havost playing the Mirana, farming in that lane, and then supported by Funnick actually on the Rubik.
Yeah, of course no Kuroki means that someone else will have to play the Rubik. And that was not Puppy or the stand-in. Of course when you have a stand-in you kind of have to abide by his rules, let him play what he feels comfortable on, and apparently he felt comfortable on the Darkseer, leaving Puppy to help him out a bit with the Earthshaker perhaps. And maybe now he's going to rotate mid. Blumberg already taking a lot of harassment here from Dendi, but Dendi out of mana right now. Still able to harass the Juggernaut just a bit here. And Poppy actually rotates all the way top in the meantime. Krilly able to pull the lane a big back, so we'll be able to get some experience here. We'll be happy with that. And yeah, we'll see how this lane is going. So yes, once again, there is a Zeus in the game. That is indeed correct. As we have a nice Fisher blocking the bear's path there. And the bear will actually go down. This is 300 gold going the way of nobody, because he gets summoned back just in time. The levels of Krilly just reaching level 2. Oh no, he just resummoned it, never mind. He just resummoned it. Happy times.
Yep, so he gets the resummon, not going to lose the bear, which is important. You don't want to give away the bear right now. It's 300 gold, and that's a huge deal early on to get an extra 300 gold for like nothing. Mid lane seems to be going in favor of Dendi pretty heavily, which I don't think is surprising in any way. It's just Juggernaut can't really deal with the harass from Zeus particularly well. If he relies on Blade Fury to not die, he's not using it to spin on the creeps, push the lane, get farm that way. And if he's Blade Fury's on cooldown because he's low on mana, then he can just get killed by Zeus pretty quickly. Already picked up the magic stick, which is the right pick, since you know you're going against that Zeus in the mid lane in the hand of Dendi.
Yeah, and of course also his healing ward is very nice, but I mean, as you already said, you're gonna get out of mana. Just then, and you can't heal that. He is pretty mana intensive in that way, and he'll just have to deal with it with help of those 6 charges. Obviously, Dendi so far sitting on 12 for 2, while Blumberg sitting on 6 for 0. So indeed, Dendi getting the upper hand here in this mid lane. Because of that, we might have a rotation of some supports at some point. Of course, Lina and Shadow Demon, a combination that is very capable of roaming and getting that disruption, Light Strike Array combination off. And Zeus also one of those heroes that doesn't really have an escape mechanism. So we'll see, as Phobos just nicely blocked that camp. Still gets a Light Strike Array though, but it's just harassment. He will be able to stay alive through that, unless Boomski can get something done there. But I mean, there will be disruption and soul catcher, but where comes the damage from? Light Strike Array again, actually Darkseer. There will be another surge. He'll run himself away, doesn't run into the hands of the Juggernaut, who was actually rotating there a bit as well. But yeah, he'll live. He'll be fine. Bit of mana wasted on the side of 4FC.
Yep, just wandering around, going on his own adventure through the Radiant jungle. Gonna be fine now, though. And, I don't know, it looks like most of the action probably gonna be in this mid lane to start things off. At least until Earthshaker maybe tries to set up something in this top lane. We see Puppy hanging out near the Radiant Secret Shop at this point.
Yeah, might try to go mid or top, doesn't really matter. He can try to go for Krilly. Krilly is pretty tanky though, and he has got boots. Fisher will be not on par the bear where he's scouting Puppy out, so Krilly will be very safe right here unless he thinks that Puppy runs away from him. Nah, he is fine. In the meantime, we do have Blomberg taking a lot of harassment here. Able to stay alive though, just barely though. But that is the harassment that came out from Dendy. Dendy also... Come on! Fisher coming in from the side. Thank you. Thank you very much. That was the Fisher still hitting up on Blomberg. So that's the first blood going the way of Na'Vi. Dendy not in range for the experience, not in range for the gold, so Puppy taking it all. And he needed that, because he's roaming a lot, and he's now level 3. In the meantime, Telekinesis really in a lot of trouble. We'll get Starstorm, but we'll be able to run away from this 8 to Tango. We'll try to stick in range of the experience here as well. But wow, that was the first kill already done, and 4FC only now rotating with an invis room from Shadow Demon. Of course, Iconoclast hanging around here as well. But Dendy, he's walking all the way back to base, doesn't want to wait for his bottle to get back to the courier. And now Puppy will be sitting a bit in the mid lane, perhaps taking some experience. No, he's just walking away as well. So that's an invis rune. Unfortunately for 4FC, wasted.
Yep, just not able to get anything done with it. They're moving around, but Dendy had to walk pretty much all the way back to base. He didn't have health, mana, or bottle charges. And he's not going to bottle crow twice, especially with the nerf to bottle crowing, to try and just get all that health back up. So it walks back, and we'll see what he's going to go for. He's got the boots now, probably going to finish up Arcane Boots before picking anything else up, just to have as much mana as possible, so we can move around and start setting up ganks elsewhere on the map.
Yep. Not gonna go mid, going top now. I'm not quite sure what they can get though, and now they rotate back mid, but I mean, their smoke is... it's not getting ticked up by Poppy actually. No, they're gonna go mid. Let's see if they can get Dendy here, because they need to. Dendy is level 6 right now, and Blomberg is also... But if they let Dendy now get ahead, that will be an out of control Zeus, because Zeus can do that, but we do have a surging coming from Phobos, and they will not be able to get him. They will just roam for nothing. In the meantime, the bear gets a Fisher from the low ground, and will end up going down here. That is 300 gold going the way of a Vost. This time no resummon, as in not in time to save him from going down, that is.
Yeah, so the bear goes down, and that's a good fissure from Puppy to set that up. And giving additional gold like that to your carry is so advantageous up in this top lane. It also hurts Krilly quite a bit. He's forced to resummon. Fortunately for him, he did have the resummon off cooldown. Otherwise, things get even worse for him.
Yeah, he is level 4 right now, and getting chased down. Let's see if there's going to be an arrow, if Vost is going to continue chasing this. He is. Fisher coming down. This is a Starstorm. That, oh my god, 8 HP, never mind. Hello, Zeus. That is what he can do. Moonlight Shadow helps out to get Murata Awakers. I mean, Vost got really low there from that tower, but that is the ulti from Zeus that can just help you out in that regard. So very nicely done by Na'Vi. And I mean, we can compare Krilly a bit to Phobos, right? So Krilly is level 4, Phobos is also level 4, but a bit higher, of course, hasn't died yet. He's got 14 last hits on the Darkseer, 8 last hits only on the Lone Druid. So in that regard, offlane wise, Na'Vi getting ahead, of course, also by kills, but also just by pure levels. While the Morphling sitting on 37 to 11, Vost on 35 to 5. It is fairly even, but with that kill now going the way of Na'Vi. No longer that even. In the mid lane, we already know that Denny was getting ahead there, so far all lanes Na'Vi is getting ahead in. Oh, bottom lane though, they want to make a difference there. Disruption is gonna be there. Boomski already getting harassed a lot there. Gets the Soul Assumption out, or Soul Catch out before he dies. Dendy gets on these slides there. Will end up going down. Probably Blade Fury making sure of that. Tries to do what he can before he dies as well, as Arrow misses on Matrium. Light Strike Array looking for the... No, can't get it done. Misses that. Dragon Slave still hits though. A Vost, he has already used his leap. Goes for another Starstorm. Doesn't get Strangby with that. One more hit, and that will be another kill going the way of 4FC. They did lose their Shadow Demon for it, but they get so much more in return. The solo mid and the carry from Na'Vi going down there in that fight on the bottom lane. In the meantime, on the top lane, Krilly Telekinesis gets put back And that is another kill going the way of Denny, and of course done from the base, getting experience and gold from that, as well as Boomski running away here. In a lot of trouble, we'll probably end up going down as well. Eat some tangos, but we'll drop to Funix Rubik. Here comes TP's in. Looks like the support should be able to make it away, though. Strangby with a waveform might be able to catch someone out. Funix level 6, waveform still hits up on Funix. Actually, Adaptive Strike being used to hold Strangby back. Funix able to run, should be able to run, TP's himself out, Adaptive Strike could be there in time, yes it is in time, and that should be a kill going the way of Strangby, so that is nice to get on your carry, as Morphling hasn't died yet, has now been part of 3 kills for his team, and all of a sudden 4FC looking pretty okay again. That was a long fight.
Yeah, it ends up being 2-1 in the top lane. They gave up those 3 kills in the bottom for no reason, Na'Vi giving up those 3 kills. For just to get like a, what was it, Shadow Demon that went down?
Yeah, Shadow Demon.
So they lost all 3 of their cores to kill a Shadow Demon because Darkseer died as well as the Zeus and the Mirana down there. That's really not a fight to take. Like, you just give up so much to kill off a Shadow Demon. I don't know if they thought they had it and just barely didn't. But it didn't even look really close to us, so we have perfect vision though. So
yeah, we can't really judge that from their perspective. Obviously, it might have looked different, but of course with the Omni Slash there, Denny is still. I mean, even though he's pumping out amazing amounts of damage with his Lightning Strike, etc., but of Arc Lightning rather. He is still very squishy, he is still Zeus, so an Omni Slash is still gonna put him very low, and all the 3 slashes I believe from Blomberg were on Dendy. No creeps around will allow that to happen. In the meantime, Krilly managed to get level 5, and even though his farm is not really that great, with those entangles he'll be able to have a big impact, and right now he's also already gonna go for those buildings, even though he doesn't really have Demolish just yet. Doesn't really matter. Strangby being there, of course, again, Strangby didn't die, involved in 3 kills. Looking pretty solid. And a tier 1 tower. Oh, wait a second. Tier 1 tower on the bottom lane or top lane already down, and Boomski will go down with it. That's a solo kill and solo experience going the way of Vost Marana. As Strangby is able to just harass a bit here. Oh, they want to go in. Moonlight Shadow used. Sentry wards there though. And they realize that, so they run. They should run anyways, and they do.
yeah, and Havo's barely getting away, and that was Omni Slash used too.
Ah.
So Juggernaut's gonna have that on cooldown for 2 minutes. Which is pretty good for Na'Vi. It looks like they're going to try and take advantage of it. Iconoclast is dead.
Yep, for sure hit.
Fade away.
One more last hit from Dendy. Dendy has now had 6 kills in total involved in. Only 1 he wasn't in, which is of course the solo kill that Marana just did, that Vost just did on Boomski. Oh, they want to just check where everybody is. Fisher, Haste Rune, that's a kill on Morphling. That's the one that they didn't have just yet. Double kill. It makes that for Dendy, and I mean they're just killing here. They don't care about farm anymore from the looks of it. Even Havos just tries to go for these pickoffs.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's interesting enough. Oh, there goes a bear again. Krilly doesn't have a resummon for another couple of seconds, but here comes Denny with the haste rune. Looking for a pickoff, has got that lightning. Needs the vision, doesn't get it. Light Striker Ray Fisher, Iconoclast gave his life for his lone druid. Hero carries Krilly. He is able to run away from that one, but still, that's a triple kill for Dendy overall.
Yeah, Dendy just getting kills all over the map right now on Zeus. And he's got his Force Staff done. So he's going to be able to play even more aggressive in these fights, and also just kind of overextend and have a way to get out. Normally Zeus, no escape mechanism whatsoever. Force Staff helps to kind of band-aid that issue. He's checking Rune Top, but definitely being the playmaker for his team right now. And Havost also getting solo kills. Has a Blade of Alacrity picked up.
Out of my way.
Not sure if it's going to be Diffusal or Yasha into like Sanji Yasha or Manta style. Could go either of those routes very easily, and they're both pretty effective in against different things.
Yeah, in the meantime, Denny said when Invis Rune mid wants to go for maybe a squishy supports. He's not here by himself though, and the Omni Slash, even though on cooldown, only on cooldown for another couple of seconds, but he'll just chase those supports down, see who he gets first, see who he wants. I think it's the Lina that he wants. Nope, he'll go for the level 3 Shadow Demon. Well, that's fine too. Dendy though, Omni Slash is there, and that will be a Zeus going down unless the arrow, no, just off mark, and that is a kill going the way of Juggernaut. That's not worth dying for. That
yeah, he didn't. He thought that he was safe from Blomberg. Blomberg was hanging into the forest or something, but the Juggernaut shows up, and then he's in a lot of trouble because that Omni Slash is off cooldown, and gives a free kill to Blomberg. He's up to level 11 now, so he'll have that second point in Omni Slash for future fights.
Yeah. That was actually, he is now 2 levels higher than the highest level for Na'Vi. killing off that high level Zeus right there, got him a lot of experience, as we do have Shadow Demon. I mean, right now he is level 3. He can't withstand that Fate Bottom Fisher that kills him off. Just that. We have a Yasha up on a Vos now as well, and we see the control that Na'Vi has. I mean, even though they're not really that far ahead, they are quite far ahead though with the 3 towers down. So just making sure that 4FC feels like they're locked, like they're boxed in. They can't find any real space to farm anymore, even though Morphling is still trying. We have got him farming on the bottom lane. Looks like he will be in some trouble though. I hope he has... Oh, never mind. He is gonna be in some trouble. A lot of trouble. Moonlight Shadow being used. They're looking for him right now.
I think he's gonna be able to port out. He's just gonna go into the trees here and try and get out.
Well, the Fisher will be there to stop that. They will find him. Strang B. There he goes. Echo Slam. Just in case. Suns, arrows, Fishers. You name it. It was all there. The host gets the kill. And the Yasha is coming with the courier right now. I mean, Na'Vi, they're just... Like, they're not even trying to go for farm. They're just killing.
Yeah, they have a really aggressive lineup, though, for it, so... Whatever, they can go for this kind
as long as it works, yeah, why not? 4FC
Havos
needs a lot more time to make sure that they can get those kills. Oh, disruption. There goes Light Striker Ray. Dendy in some trouble. There's still level 5 Lina, though. And you need that Laguna Blade to kill him off. And Dendy actually got the Surge. He goes for Boomski. That's going to be a Boomski dead. Everything used, but it doesn't matter. And he had a regen rune as well, so he's back to full life, full mana. He is a happy Dendy right now. As we see the bear not being a happy panda bear. Oh, Boomski, Blomberg, able to get away. Yeah, well.
Yep. So it turned that gank around very easily.
Yeah.
The Surge helped get him in range, but he might have been able to just get those kills anyways. And those 2 supports, level 3 Shadow Demon doesn't actually do any damage at all. So, like, level 5 Lina doesn't have ult either. I don't know if they thought they would just be able to get Zeus down fast enough, but they don't really do damage yet. So he just survived, and it was like, okay, level 3 Shadow Demon, you're dead. Killed him.
Yeah.
Way
hey,
more new.
he made the level to level 4 right now, you know?
Oh, okay. Well, level 4 Shadow Demon.
Yeah.
He was 3 at the time, though.
Yeah, true. He is
So-
6 out of the 13 kills that Na'Vi have right now. So he is not having a fun game. He has got Disruption, it's great Soul Assumption, Soul Catcher rather, still great. But he dies very fast. And with every time that Dendy puts out his ultimate, he is already down to half HP. And Dendy, of course, the one that gets the Aegis, because now he has 2 mana bars to burn through. He's got 1300 gold. He's been in 10 out of the 13 kills that Na'Vi has been able to do right now. And it is looking pretty grim for 4FC. They need more time to get their farm up, and they're not getting it. Krilli, of course, I mean, he died on the top lane. He died twice in total. He needs a lot more farm to be able to get his bear up to speed. That armlet is that fast solution that you normally get, is no longer an option for him right now. Strangby, even though he did great in the early game, has died twice since then, not been involved in any other kills since then, has got 1600 gold, also needs a lot more items than he has right now, and it doesn't look like Na'Vi wants to give them the time to get those items up.
Yeah, the problem with a Morphling pick in a game like this is that Morphling really needs stuff. He needs things to be able to really do anything in these fights. Juggernaut, his abilities are strong, and you can sort of lean heavily on Omnisludge doing damage, but Morphling needs items to be able to participate in fights, and Na'Vi are just like, well, we won't give you an opportunity to get items.
Well, Moonlight Shadow used, they thought they could get someone out with the Fisher there on the mid lane, but ended up not getting it. There is a Blink Dagger up on Puppy's Earthshaker, by the way. In the meantime, bottom lane, Strangby. No, he's fine. He should be fine. Arrow misses. They know where Boomski is, though. And that's trouble for him, because then he has a Force Staff. Is he Force Staffs in, get his ults off, get his Arc Lightning off. That's not, Lightning Bolt rather, that's not somewhere where you want to be.
Oh, and Funix stole Morph. So, never going to... he's gonna have so much health now for the rest of the game.
For the rest of the game. It would be fun if he unintentionally morphed the other way, but that only happens in YouTube VODs, unfortunately.
Yes. And then they die the rest of the game.
Yeah. Oh well, now what Funix sitting really nicely indeed on that almost 1400 HP, which is almost 500 higher. It's a fake one. Wow. Almost 500 higher than Dendy is, for example. In the meantime, Lone Druid able to do something, gets himself a tier 1 tower, but the rest of his team might be in some trouble though. Na'Vi using their mechanism, they're just having a very high sustainability right here. And they're not getting forced away because 4FC can't fight them right now.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And yeah, this tower just gonna go down. And 4C, they know they can't fight, but you have to pick a point where you're gonna make a stand.
Yep.
Because you can't keep giving up map control like this for absolutely nothing. They don't want to
Blink
throw
Dagger.
a fight. It's 4-staff Blink Dagger. It's like he's playing Rubik again a year ago.
Well, Blink Dagger on Mirana, Blink Dagger on Dragon Knight, now Blink Dagger on Zeus. I think it's his new item that he really wants on every single hero that he plays mid on.
I don't think it's new though. I think he always did this.
Not on every hero.
Yeah, I guess not on every hero, but a lot of heroes.
Yeah, a lot of heroes. I mean,
He
Invoker.
didn't get like
example.
Queen of Pain Blink Dagger, but
He could.
that's what we need. Queen of Pain Blink Dagger, double Blink Daggers.
That's actually quite powerful. I think I've seen that before.
I mean, you could do it. You blink a lot.
Yeah.
If you really, really want to be able to jump in, use your spells, and get out immediately.
Yeah.
But it's kind of a wasted 2100 gold item.
Oh, the 4FC, they smoked up. They go for Phonic Disruption. Soul Catcher's there. Blomberg might be able to help out. There is an invisibility though, and they don't know where he runs. So Laguna Blade will still be there. Sentry helping out with the Fisher up on 2. That's 2 down already. The 2 supports and the Juggernaut going down. Double kill going the way of Dendy, and now they can go in for the remaining 2 heroes that were standing right there. Or only Strangby standing there. Buybacks from people though. Both Iconoclast and Blomberg buying back. In the meantime, Lone Druid thinking, you know, screw you guys. I'm pushing top. He got the tier 2 tower though, he's still pushing on. Blinks forward from everybody. Iconoclast arrow! We'll get the kill in the end of Host. The last hit disruption being there a bit too late. Strangby trying to do what he can. Ended up not being able to do anything as Mirana trying to run himself away while killing off. The Shadow Demon gets that as well. Omni slashes. Gets a lot done there, that leap. Save Mirana there. Blomberg can chase him down but won't be able to get the kill anymore. Dendy back up alive in the meantime with a full mana bar. And we'll try to empty it up on Blomberg. And look at that harassment. Puppy has got a Fisher as well. That will help out. Blomberg now has to walk across to the other side and will end up going down. There we go. Strangby can't help saving him now. Boomsy coming in too late. But will still disrupt Puppy. But like, you can't do that. You can't do that, Boomsky. Brilliant Light Striker race, saving the life of his fellow support as Dendy will end up going down to Iconoclast as well. And now they chase down Phobos or Puppy. Which one will they go for? Lone Druid is in this match as well, looking for Entangles. Needs Entangles. No mana up on Puppy to blink just yet. Has got mana boots again in 2 seconds though. And that's gonna be the blink right there. And that's gonna be Puppy safe again. They didn't get anything in terms of tier 3 towers. Got a lot of kills out of that though. But they also got killed off, and that doesn't really happen normally, but Navi's still very far ahead, obviously.
Yeah, the fight was probably a little longer than they needed it to be, and Davos going back in for some reason. But they give up quite a bit of damage on their tier 3 in the top lane for it, and don't really take a tier 3 in return. So, probably not ideal for Na'Vi there.
Nope, but, well, they're still ahead. I think that's gonna be their way of thinking, you know. They're having fun, they're still ahead. And that's, well, that's worth losing 2 towers for. So ulti just to check where everybody is. What did Navi pick up? What did Dendy pick up? Actually, he didn't pick up anything new, unless it's on the courier. Yeah, he goes for a refresher. So he picked up a point booster. You can run from heaven.
Dendy just letting them know. Telling it like it is.
Yeah, but calling Lazarus. Sad face. Of course, those supports, every time that happens, they are kind of forced back to base almost, especially, of course, Boomsky, who is level 5, has died 8 times this game. He is just less than half of the kills that Navi has in the game in total. Looks like Blomberg might be in some trouble. Here comes the smoke gang. Blomberg! Don't be AFK now, Blomberg!
Yeah.
Thank you, he has an Omni Slash. I'm not sure, he looked to be AFK. For a second there.
I think
it
he
might
was
have been a
not
bait.
watching his hero. I think he was watching like in the lane or something and didn't expect them to be coming from that direction.
Could be.
Navi though, they have 3 Blink Daggers up and okay, yeah. Making sure Darkseer didn't have one. So they have 3 Blink Daggers and the leap from Murata. They can close the distance very, very quickly in these fights to initiate. And it's looking good for them. I don't know. They Moonlight Shadow, they're not gonna find anything, and Arrogance Storm as well initiate it.
Yeah, oh, that's gonna be 2 supports. That disruption will only delay the execution of Boomsky though. Will be a miracle if he gets away from that one. And miracles don't happen in Dota. Everybody of Na'Vi still alive, waiting for the creep wave. There it is on the bottom lane. They go for the tier 3 tower. There is an Omni Slash up. The 3 cores are still alive, but the 3 cores are very low and are almost on par with the supports of Na'Vi.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Fortification
under
already used. What can they do right now? Is it just waiting until they go in, waiting until the moment is there, until they lose the Rex? Are they just gonna give up the Rex? They can't afford that because they don't get anything in— well, actually, they are getting anything in return. Curly is pushing top once again on the top lane. And has also gone for the tier 3 arrow, but in the vacuum. Shadow Demon already dead. Blumber taking a lot of harassment with Fisher and telekinesis. Strength still alive here as well, but gets an echo slam to the face right now. He's morphing into strength, able to save himself, and Blumberg able to help him get away as well. With just a Blade Fury there, the ward will end up going down, but as will the Rax. In the meantime, Curly killing off Rax on the top lane. Dendy coming in. We'll be getting some harassment from a bear and his master, but I think Curly just wants to go for these Rex. We'll get them in the bottom lane. They'll exchange Rex though, and Na'Vi not being forced here out here by far. Strangby able to walk back to base soon on half HP. Boomski able to stay alive for a very long time here, and it looks like maybe Na'Vi is gonna be forced back with this Omni Slash doing some work. But is it enough? No, it's not. No, it's not. Blumberg already dead. Nice Fisher coming off from Puppy. In the meantime, Curly still pushing top. Boomski. Yeah, that's a double kill for Phonic. Strangby following suit. They're actually chasing him. Curly TP'd back. Phonic will end up going down here as well. Nice Striker ready to finish it off. But they now, like, Dendy's or Na'Vi so far ahead, right? 15k gold. Almost 15k experience. And they allow themselves to trade Raxes.
Yeah, it's surprising, to say the least, that they would actually allow that to happen. There's no real reason to. They need to force down these buildings. They don't actually do that much damage to buildings with this team. Zeus does almost all magic damage, Darkseer does almost all magic damage, you know, all these heroes, realistically, do almost all magic damage. So they're not actually doing that much when it comes to killing these buildings quickly, whereas Krilly, he kills buildings very fast just by virtue of being a bear.
Oh. Almost looked like Iconoclast was able to live, but they might get a kill in return for this, and that's not worth diving for. Moonlight Shadow too late, and he actually buys back. And I'm not putting this out of the hands of 4FC right now. With the exchanges that Na'Vi chosen to do, like the longer this game lasts, the more powerful Blumberg and the Lone Druid and the Morphling will be. Like longer games works for them.
Yeah, their team gets very powerful as the game goes on. Mirana, not the hardest of carries. Zeus obviously scales off a little bit. He's still fine as the game goes on, as long as the other team doesn't pick up mass BKBs. But heroes like Juggernaut will probably, he has Blade Fury. He could also just go for BKB. They're gonna fight in the top lane.
And they're gonna be finding Dendy there. Dendy ends up going down. There's a smoke up though from Na'Vi, and they're going bottom. And they're going for Strangby. Lincoln, Echo Slam, Strangby, morphing into strength already. The vacuum is still there. Is it gonna be enough telekinesis there to hold him in place? But he is morphing and weave forming out of there. Is there gonna be another Fisher? No, there is not. They were not able to get the kill. They lose still there. Wow, this is a very low Boomski. But they... oh god. Yeah, that's a kill. they lose still their Dendy, of course. There's Zeus. And they only gain a Shadow Demon in return for that. In the meantime, the pressure in the mid lane is still coming, while the pressure on the top lane commences as well. That's Krilly, as well as Boomski, Blumberg rather, being there. But right now, I'm actually like Na'Vi. They feel a bit like unorganized.
They're playing pretty sloppy here.
Yeah.
It's still really lame that you can turn Morph on while you're stunned, and that's the only reason Morphling survives there, is he's able to get an extra 1,000 whatever HP just by sitting, even while he's stunned. He's just gaining max HP constantly. But you know, Na'Vi, they don't really have that much damage without Mirana and Zeus there, who do a fair portion of their damage, especially since Earthshaker ult doesn't actually hurt one hero particularly much.
Yeah, we only almost have the Aghanims completed up on Dendy. Just needs about 300 or 250 gold.
Oh yeah, the Ogre Club's on the thing, okay.
Yeah, the courier has some as well. And now we have a Maelstrom up from Mirana. We already saw her picking up the Hyperstone, so we only are around the corner. As Lone Druid still able to take down the tier 1 tower. I mean, he pushed the top lane completely out, obviously. But he wasn't able to go for more ranks because there's still tier 1s and tier 2s stunning on both other lanes. So yeah, the TA just picked up by Avos. 4FC though, you see them feeling a bit more confident here. They're going out of their base, unlike they have done before. And they are able to still get something out of this game if Na'Vi continues to play this sloppy.
Yeah, Na'Vi are playing sloppy, but they're still really far ahead.
Yeah.
And Na'Vi, it feels like they do this kind of often when they're not. It feels like they're maybe not taking the games as seriously as they could be.
Yeah.
And where they'll start just diving for kills, and then once it seems like maybe they're giving up their lead a little more than they'd like, they start playing a little bit more serious. The Courier in some trouble. Oh, Bear just not able to get it.
Yeah, Aghanim Scepter completed for Dandy. Of course, I mean, for Na'Vi, they are in the top 4. But it doesn't really matter, because when the LAN finals of Kiev are going on, they'll be in China, so they don't have a chance to go to Kiev. Oh my god, Krilly, you are so out of position right now. Telekinesis is there, some damage, Fissures. Where's the Fissure? There's the Fissure, and the Vacuum. And the Darkseer gets the kill in the end with the reform up on the Rubik helping out as well, but stolen by Funnick.
Yeah,
And a
unfortunately,
buyback
a
from
couple
Laundry.
heroes in the Radiant or Dire base at the moment.
Yeah.
They need to run.
Yeah, leaving the healing ward there to help out tier 4 towers. Oh, that's gonna be Alina dead, and Blumberg running for his life. He will end up going down as well. Nice reform into the Fate Bolt coming off from Funnick. So they don't have buyback, I believe. No, they don't.
Yeah, they don't. So Foxy are just trying to make something happen. They know they're still really far
Oh,
behind, even though
Vos, what are you doing? Vos burns away ages up on Boomski. Might still be able to get Curly though, but might also get entangled and then go down. He's sitting around. If he gets entangled, his leap is still there, I guess. Yeah. He's feeling quite comfortable with shooting lightnings and all that jazz.
Radiant's middle
Shooting
tower
lightnings.
is under attack.
Yeah, he does a lot of damage, and I guess he doesn't really care. He's just gonna like try and back for this tier 3. I don't know why. He could just go with the rest of his team and try and take towers in the top lane. And it looks like maybe that's what he's planning on doing now at this point. Nope, still hanging out mid.
Yeah. Of course, the last couple of games that Na'Vi has played also not been as normal games as you might expect them to be. They had a game earlier up against Virtus Pro today. Ended up at a total of 118 kills across the board.
Yeah, and it was like an 80-minute game or something
Yeah.
like that.
Which could have ended quite a long time ago. I've been told anyways, because I was casting at the time, obviously. But yeah, I mean, they might just try to do the same thing here, just fighting, having fun and fighting and having fun and fighting and having fun.
Radiant's top tower
For
is
FC
under
though,
attack.
they want to have this win. They need to have this win. For StarLadder, they need to get those blanket Fisher! Epicent or Echo Slam, yeah, that's gonna be 3 people down, with also Zeus Ultimate helping out, and they're looking for Boomski. He's able to TP himself out? Yes, he is. Nicely done. Misplaced arrow buyback from Strainby though.
Radiant's top tower has
But again,
fallen.
Lina and Juggernaut on the sidelines. Same 2 heroes as just now.
Pet thanks you.
Yep, and now they're gonna be able to try and go for these tier 3s. Without Juggernaut and Lina up, their team fight's actually somehow worse than it was. And Morphling dies again at post buyback.
Yeah, I think this
that's
time he
probably
had
good
a
game.
he was very high in agility though. So he was a bit morphed out of strength and died really fast with it. Oh, Boomski, you're so dead. Or not, well, delay of execution, but yeah, you're so dead. Why is back though? Rich support.
How did he even get buyback money?
Yeah, I wonder
I
the
guess
same
it's level
thing.
8, so it's really cheap.
Arrows flying past, doesn't matter for the bear, he'll end up dying.
Radiant's
Yeah, I've got Iconoclast and Boomski back alive though. And Curly with a new bear. So far still tier 3 towers standing. Bear to the other side, to the low ground. That's a dead bear, and that's a second dead bear within seconds. So Curly is gonna be useless for another 100 seconds. Fail of Discord picked up by Puppy's Earthshaker.
Just what they need, more magic damage.
Yup.
Yep, things not looking good here for 4FC. They have everyone up, but not having the bear for 100 seconds is basically they having their hero dead.
Yeah.
Probably wanted their Echo Slam maybe?
No, I still on cooldown, but he fissures. And with the arc lightning with the lightning coming off from Denny, that's a double kill for the Darkseer's Iron Shell. And a kill for the Rubik Cup on the Morphling. So that's again 3 heroes on the sideline. This time the supports cannot buy back, and we see that nobody of the Radiant side can buy back. And this is going to be their second set of racks. As Blumberg is still alive, as well as the Lone Druid. Lone Druid actually pushing mid in the meantime. Blumberg, he can't really do anything. He has an Only Slash, but he won't be able to kill off heroes with it right now. Unless they're all singled out. Oh, leap forward. Go for Blumberg. Blade Furies himself away. There will be a fissure blocking him in, even though it doesn't hurt him. He won't be able to go there. Disruption will try to help out, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. No, and there's an Echo Slam on the board. Puppy goes down though. Laguna Blade, too strong. Shadow Demon gets picked up. Iconoclast Lina picked up as well. Buys back this time though, because he got enough gold from killing off Puppy there. Life Strike Array evolves. Sitting in enemy's base, enemies found, still painful. But Eva is back.
And like Navi don't even have this game actually closed out, and they're just killing each other. Don't interfere.
I think he wanted to have a man fight, but couldn't do it. In the end, Curly dies. I think Avos came in to interrupt the man fight between the whatever it is that Puppy is playing. Animal and shaker. Yeah, but I mean, like, it's not a cow anymore. What is it then? It's like a monkey. It used to be a cow.
Yeah, he used to be like a cow guy.
Cow.
He was a Tauren, yeah. Now he's, I don't know what he's supposed to be. Like a, I don't know. He's just like an Earthman. Like he came out, he was made of rock and he came alive out of the ground or something. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. It's like a golem. He's like a dirt golem.
Well,
I don't know. It doesn't look like it though. He doesn't look like much of anything.
No.
He's got like a koala face.
Abomination.
It's an abomination. I'm sure Earthshaker appreciates that.
Oh, I got a glass. You're dead. Lands the Laguna Blade before he dies though. Might be help up killing off Avos. They're taking a lot of damage here from the tier 4s as well, as Denny still picks up the Shadow Demon, and there goes the Omni Slash. And Avos, he already just bought back, so he cannot buy back again. Will be dead for 80 seconds now.
I think Avos dodged Laguna Blade with Manta. It looked like he only took damage from the tier 3s or tier 4s there.
Or he's just so tanky. Yeah, because he has got the Mjolnir.
Yeah, but that doesn't make him tanky.
Does absorb some damage, doesn't it?
No.
My bad then.
Mjolnir, when you have it on, it when you take it, when you get hit, it shoots lightning off of you.
There we go. Yeah. My bad. Well, that was an Echo Slam. There were some blood spatters on the floor. There were melee wrecks going down. Strain B morphing into strength again will be enough. Looks like it. But once again, they're in the fountain. We saw this before. Deja vu. Blomberg telekinesis to the other side, and they get him as well. And they will kill him off as well. Blade Fury or not. They got a mega kill for Phonic. Nice Strike Array misses. Nice Fissure, but Strain B will be able to weave-form himself over there. Create some illusions for himself though.
So
but this is
yeah, it's over.
Yeah, daggone for Puppy. This is over. If it wasn't over before, it is over now. Navi, they take themselves another 3 points in StarLadder StarSeries. The GG hasn't been called yet, but we can't pretend that it has. I mean, we're just having to wait. Another daggone picked up this time level 3 for Phonic. I mean, once they got ahead, they stayed ahead, and they just continued killing. And that's something that 4FC's lineup, like, no matter how trolly in the end Navi was, 4FC's lineup, they needed more time to get their items up, and Navi, they just thought, like, let's start killing, and that was the exact thing that you could do against a lineup that 4FC had. And they worked, and they got themselves 3 points in StarLadder for it.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to punish this kind of lineup, like the 3 core, triple carry lineup, by just going very aggressive. They had Lone Druid, they ended up picking last pick Morphling, which really doesn't help them at all. They probably need to pick something that could survive in this mid game. Whereas Morphling, he's like survivable, but if he's surviving, he's not doing damage because of the trade-off in his skills. So, you know, Navi, they kind of just outdrafted them, it feels like. They picked an aggressive lineup, they executed, because Navi always pretty much execute these mid-game lineups pretty effectively, and, you know, they couldn't do anything, so 4FC gonna drop another game.
Yep, and that was of course the last game for today for StarLadder Season 6 rather, day number 24 that was. And we had 7 games today. Tomorrow we are having 8 games. Wow. Yes.
That's so many games.
So I'm just gonna name them all because there's some in there that you might want to follow, because Navi is playing twice, for example. We have us first game at 3 PM, so 1500 CEST time. Fnatic versus 4FC. Then Virtus Pro versus Z-Rage. KP versus Navi, Navi versus Mouse, Mouse versus Power Rangers, TCM versus KP, Fnatic versus Rocks, and Navi again versus TCM. So 3 games for Navi tomorrow. 4FC plays once tomorrow as well. And of course, we are only 3 days away from knowing which 4 teams will be going to Kiev. For Mouse, that game is really important. They need to win against Navi. They have still got 3 or 4 games to play in StarLadder. They are playing still up against Navi, up against Power Rangers, Oslo Gaming, and Z-Rage. Navi is the toughest opponents of those 4, but they need to win their games because there's people breathing down their necks to take this place in the top 4 of StarLadder StarSeries. Anyways, today I have been casting with, of course, the first half of the day was with Vikermont, but now there is Kanaz casting the last 4 games with me. So do you have any last shoutouts or plugins and all that jazz?
Yeah, shout out to Dr. Z and That's Sly Rogue. And then if you like my casting, you can catch me on Twitter /KanazDota or on twitch.tv/KanazTA.
Okay, so follow him there. He's also casting often StarLadder matches if I am not having him as a co-caster. He's probably casting them themselves, so make sure you follow him on his Twitch channel, which was Kanazta at Twitch. And of course, you can follow me on SheeverGaming on twitter.com as well as facebook.com and SheeverGaming.com as well. And twitch.tv/SheeverGaming as well. So it's all under the same name. So follow, subscribe, like, and all that jazz. We'll be back here for you tomorrow, as I might not be playing some pubs because it's fairly late and I haven't actually eaten, which is kind of sad. But it's okay. We'll be having some commercials and some music for you to enjoy your the rest of your evening if you wanted to. And yeah, thank you for watching and have a good night. And thank you for co-casting, Kanaz.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's always fun.
Yeah, agreed. Laters, and I'm out.